Demon's Roots is a masterpiece. Yeah, that's right. It's really an insane game. Why? Because the history that this game has is just insane. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of the people not talking about this game. Like, it's criminal. People should be talking more about this game. Like, this game changed my life. Not really, but you know what I mean. But that's also why I want to talk about this game. Because I really think more people should be talking about it. This game deserves more recognition, you know? Because it's really an amazing game. And I need more of it, I need more fan arts, and I need to talk with people about it. So that's why I'm here today. I will try to explain and display in the best way possible why this game is so amazing. So yeah, let's start. Five things first, because we have to be honest. It's not all great in this game. And what is the first thing that this game is not good at? You will ask, and I will say that it's basically the gameplay. The gameplay is not that great. It is still good, but the thing is, this game is made with RPG Game Maker. So if you have already played some of this type of games, you probably know the gameplay. And if you don't, well, it's basically a turn-based combat where you choose your attack or your skills or whatever. You then choose who you want to attack, and that's it. It's something simple, but you can also have things like mechanics like strengths and weakness and elements just like Pokemon. But overall, a simple gameplay on its core. It's nothing insane. But what I will say is that Demon Roots actually hides this fact in a really good way, because usually the people don't enjoy this type of gameplay anymore. But when you play during the battles in Demon Roots, it feels good to play in the battles, you know? The overall vibes, the aesthetics, the art, it all fits in. Even though there are some stock sprites that come along with the RPG Maker, they are not used that often, to be honest, are for minor characters and minor enemies, but the rest of it is completely new, different to any type of RPG game maker that I've played before. The animations of the special attacks, I don't know, how is it called? The ultimate attacks maybe, but when you use those, it's amazing. Maybe I'm glazing it a bit too much, but please, you have to try this game and maybe you will understand why I say this. But yeah, I can see why the people say that this is not the best thing of the game, and I will agree too. The gameplay is nothing new, to be honest. But it's not bad either. It's decent, it does a good job. But that's one of the things. Let's just start talking about something more interesting. I want to talk about the silliness of the game, because it is the main reason why people don't play this game. And I think you should just give it a try, you know? Not only because you can literally turn off this scene, so you don't have to look at it, you know? But also in the overall story, it does not matter too much. I mean, even when you die, the only way for you to see the scenes is if you choose to, you know? Because when you die, you have the option to respawn in your checkpoint, or you can choose to go to a dungeon, and in the dungeon is where the things happen. But like I say, it's totally up to you. There is also a part of the game where you're introduced to a country where you go and things happen there, you know, there are some scenes. But like I say, it's not needed to complete the history. The only thing that are there are like extra items and interactions. And obviously it's scenes, but like I say, it's totally possible to complete this game without going there. I just think that it's sad that the game is being held down just by the fact that it is silly, you know? I think that's kind of sad, because when you play this game and look at the history of the characters, you can tell this game was made with love and care. The attention to detail in this history and the characters is just insane. Maybe that's why I like more indie games, you know? Because you can tell when an indie game has love and time put on it. Like these big indie games like your Undertale, your Hollow Knight, your Celeste, you know, those games, and even more. But like I said, you can tell when an indie game has love on it, something that you can't say about many games nowadays, like your AAA games. But anyways, continue with the history. I don't want to spoil, even though I would love to talk about the history more in depth. But I really think you should try this game for yourself and see what is the history is about. So I will try to explain it in a way that I don't talk about any important things and try not to spoil anything. Because I encourage you to play this game. The history is worth it. Anyways, you play as Polk, a girl who is part of the demon realm after the war between the demons and humans, where the humans won and the demons were sent to the Shadow Realm, a place where nothing grows. It's all dark and shit. So they have to get out of there, because if they don't, they're going to die. So you play as Polka. She tries to take over the world so the demons can have an opportunity for a better life. So that's basically it. You go to the cities, killing people and taking over the places. Yeah, that's right. You play as the villain. And if you ask me, I think that's a really interesting plot. This can also be seen in the gameplay. Because when you fight any type of main boss character, they have this ability that is called Do or Die. And I will say that Do or Die is like their final breath trying to stop us. Because we are the villains now and you can't let the villains win, right? Also, there are elements. There are human, demon, light, and dark. And others that I don't remember right now. But the thing is that it also goes with the plot, because humans have advantage over monsters. But yeah, that's all. I could tell you some of the topics that the history talks about. Like systematic issues, being your own self. Also, it talks about that you are the one who chooses how your story ends. It talks about the meaning of who you really are and how the people look at you. And of course, freedom. Yeah, that's right, freedom. Like, there's an indie game called Deltarune. But the thing is, I love these types of games. They exist, I mean, I don't know if it's a genre, but because, I don't know what is his name, but, like, that games that have, like, duality, like light and dark, or good and bad, and the fact that they both have against each other. But what I'm talking is when the dark is actually good, and light is bad. And I love these type of games that talk about this and show this duality. I don't know how to call it. It's anti-duality, maybe? Because, well, I hate this type of thinking in the presence, I hate the relationship between, black and white or good and bad. But yeah, if you also like these types of games, like your Hollow Knight, your Undertale, your Deltarune, I will say that you love this game too. Now, let's continue. The characters. Characters are also insane, you can relate to them. They're all different to each other, but at the same time, they are the same, And I think that's a very human design, if you know what I mean. There are 7 characters in total that you can choose from, even though you can only use 4 in battle. It doesn't really matter. And if you want to kill me for what I'm about to say, just go ahead, but I will say that if you enjoyed Undertale, you will also like this game, because characters here are also insane. They have their own personalities, their own glories, their own dreams, and they are charismatic, but at the same time, they are flawed. They are flawed. And like I say, it makes them more human. I think that goes perfectly with the history. So, we have that Polka. She's the main character, and then from it you encounter new friends, like Kalinka, Sarasa, and Lagesta. Overall, I hope I explained myself good enough to you to understand that this game is really amazing. Well, I would love to talk about the history in detail, but I really think you should play this game for yourself, so you experience this game and its history. It's really worth it, and you won't regret it. I promise you. And that's it. That's why I'm doing this. This game needs more recognition, and it makes me think that maybe out there are games like this that also need more recognition. And that's why I'm going to continue doing these types of videos with other games that I find of this same kind. So if you know some other games like this, you can tell me and I will talk about it. So yeah, that's it. Play Demon Roots. It's a good game. If you don't want to see the scenes, just go ahead and just turn it off. It does not matter, you can still enjoy the game. But please, play the game. Also, if you couldn't tell, my first language is not English, so I'm sorry if you couldn't understand some parts very well. But yeah, nothing more. See you next time.